Horses are my place where fear is entirely gone. Pretty much no other activity where I can truly say it never creeps in. When I'm riding a horse, I am not thinking about cancer.
I do call myself a survivor. As a matter of fact, my moniker for our running route is Fierce Survivor, because I'm determined I'm going to be here for a while. It's going to take a little bit to knock me out.
My life is much fuller, in a different kind of way. I don't feel so weighted down. I wish it's something that didn't take, for me, a life-threatening illness to get here.
I wouldn't get into the bed at the hospital initially when I was diagnosed in another state, and I couldn't believe I was even there.
For me, I had this very strange feeling of it's going to be okay because it has to be okay. Like, I just couldn't fathom an alternate outcome.
On Valentine's Day, no less, of 2013, I got the full prognosis. You're stage 4, you have a giant metastases, that's why your chest hurts.
She told me that there was a mass on my right ovary. I broke down.
I asked what my chances were, and the answer was, we can't tell you right now. And I couldn't believe I was asking that question, and I couldn't believe that was the answer.
It sunk in that I could die.
I was 31 years old when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and very coincidentally, my husband's birth mother was also 31 years old when she both was diagnosed and passed away of breast cancer.
20 years earlier, my sister passed away from ovarian cancer.
I mean, it's been 15 years, and I feel like some of me feels like it was 5 minutes ago, and some of me feels like it was 200 years ago. So it feels somewhat selfish. You know, I feel a little selfish that I'm still here, so I'm trying to figure out every day how to pay it forward.
I think a lot of people after treatment want to close that chapter of their life, tie it with a bow, and move on from it. And for me, it's actually very important to remember the journey. The main activity that I did during treatment was actually writing a blog. I realized this love for writing that I didn't know I had, and I really enjoyed being able to write this story in a way that I can then pass on to my girls.
When I thought I was dying, the very first thing that I thought I would want to do is do a bucket list, you know, places I wanted to go, things I wanted to see, etc. And it was really quick to come around to say that I don't care about that at all. It's only about what you do with people.
Another thing cancer has done is to really make me ask the questions, how do I want to spend my time and with whom? And the top of the with whom comes family, my kids.
You know, the cliches of savor every day and life's too short. It is. It really is. And I think I've looked at my life a lot differently.
The gravitas of having cancer is so overwhelming that sometimes it's, you know, I remember having a conversation with a friend about she was having trouble finding a babysitter, like really struggling with it. And she said, I feel so, oh wait, I can't talk about this with you. I mean, you're dealing with cancer. And it's like, no, all that stuff matters. This is the living. We're in the living. I want to be part of the living. And that means the small stuff too. Don't sweat it, yes, but have it, do it.
Right now, I'm just enjoying life, and I love to laugh. I love to dance. I love to try to sing. But it's just life is the most wonderful thing there is. I don't know about the other side, but I don't want to check it out just yet.
I think it's important to recognize that this is something that I survived and that it isn't something everyone survives. And so it's a blessing that I can say that. But I think what it means to be a survivor for me also involves a sense of responsibility. And it's a sense of responsibility to share my experience with others.
To me, when I hear the word survivor, okay, what's next? I want to do more. I want to be more than a survivor. And that's why I'm trying to coin the phrase thriver.
The word survivor, which is extremely important to a lot of people, and I really respect the word, but I don't identify with it at all. The idea of survivorship to me suggests you've moved beyond, and I feel like cancer will always be with me. But for me, my word is warrior. And it gives me incredible strength, that warrior. And in fact, I feel like the warrior is actually not even all me. It's a part of me, but it stands separate from me. And it's so incredibly strong. I can share it. And when I have friends who have died, when they were really dark and hurting, she could be with them. And she still comes back with me. So, yeah, it's warrior.
Sometimes I don't want to talk about it. Sometimes I feel like I don't want cancer to define me, or I don't want to be the poster girl for cancer. And then I stop and think, I'm like, what an honor that is to be the poster girl for cancer, because I'm 15 years past diagnosis, and I am honored to be sitting here with a young woman who's going through that fight and can tell her that she will get through it.
I will never be not in some kind of treatment, and no one will ever say you're cured. And so fear is always lingering.
I'm a BRCA carrier, I had breast cancer, and I have 2 young girls. But I guess medicine has come such a long way that I used to have to believe that by the time they're older, this won't even be a concern.
And it still scares me because I know it may come back. I don't want it to come back. And I try to every day show gratitude that I, just to get up and walk outside and work in my garden and see my grandbabies and see my friends and know that, well, maybe this will last a little while longer. Because when I go and do races and runs, it makes me feel like, I've had the trials and tribulations, and maybe they're over.
The thing that is unique about Stanford, it needs to be said, every layer of person helping you cares.
I never felt that my doctors, nor the nurses, nor the staff were them. I felt they're very much with me, and we were in this together.
They don't see you so much as a patient as they do just a person that has, a problem they can help you with.
I'm not kidding. The people in the infusion center are angels. The way in which they treat you and they approach you and they remember things about you, it's incredible. Being with people who are in my world, who understand what I live with, gives me strength. And I see other people in there like going for it. It gives me strength.
I am a survivor. I'm a fierce survivor. And I hope to stay that way.
Cancer's scary. The word itself is scary. Going through it is scary. Watching your family go through it. But I'm sitting here and I'm telling you that you can be a cancer survivor. I'm a cancer survivor, and you can be too.